program and plan. And therefore, yesterday, we managed to bring on board our new entrants, largely the people from the Democratic Party, and their party leader is here, Justin Muturi, Maendeleo Chap Party, and the party leader is here, my good friend Alfred Mutua. To the Tujibebe Party, and the party leader here is here, my good friend William Kabogo Getau, and the party leader of Pamoja Africa Alliance, PA, my good friend Amason Jeffa Kingi is here, and of course the one and only Moses Kuria of Chama cha Kazi. So, and my friend of almost 30 years, Mwangi Kiunjuri, the party leader of the Service Party of Kenya, and also the Farmers Party by our good brother, Mr. Irungu. So yesterday we had an intensive meeting that lasted 17 hours. And as I have said, we, amongst the issues that we prosecuted were the integration and the orientation of the new partners that have joined the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, and the formalization of their participation in coalition activities that will take place over the next 3 months. We also agreed on how to share responsibilities, provide leadership on how to campaign, the campaign program, and how we are going to coordinate all those activities. We also agreed on how to harmonize our agenda on the different policy positions of the Alliance constituent parties to correspond to the economic blueprint that is in the center of the Kenya Kwanza agenda. We have therefore incorporated the membership of the new parties into our economic team. We have an economic team led by Professor David Ndi. We originally had the membership come on board from ANC and Ford Kenya and all the other parties that came subsequently. And now we have brought on board, expanded it so that it now includes membership from the other constituent parties. And as we said, that at the heart of the conversation that we want to have in the nation as we go to this election is the economy. We have tasked the team that now includes members from the other parties to work on our county economic priority programs. I've given them 45 days to make sure that we have done all the county economic charters, because Kenya Kwanza intends to sign an economic charter with every county of the Republic of Kenya on their priorities, so that when we take over government, day one, we will hit the ground running. And therefore, we have tasked the economic team to quickly run us through a program that will take us to the remaining counties. A lot of those consultations have been done. I am sure you are aware our last post was in Trans Nzoia after we completed Busia and Bungoma. We already have done Nyeri, we have done Meru, and we have scheduled to do the remaining counties within the next 45 days so that people, Kenyans, can speak to the issues they want their next government to deal with. We promised the country that this is going to be bottom up, and that is what this economic fora in every county is all about. It's going to inform the Kenya Kwanza manifesto and economic blueprint. Among some of the issues we have asked the team to quickly address is to prepare a framework for the setting up and implementation of the Kenya Kwanza 50 billion yearly hustler fund to facilitate access to affordable credit to the 10 million micro and small enterprises, people, including, as we've always said, the Mamambogas, Bodas, and all the micro entrepreneurs who today access credit at between 500 and 3,000% per year, when the rest of us access credit at 14, 15%. We have also asked our team to provide mechanisms to eliminate and to bring into force a non-exploitative government-led mobile and digital loan facility as alternative to source of low interest credit to grant reprieve to the 15 million Kenyans who today are blacklisted in the CRB. They will also conceptualize the acceleration of the universal health coverage, provide a formula for equitable contribution as a percentage of one's income, and to work on implementation metrics that ensure that by December this year, every citizen will have an insurance cover under the Universal Health Insurance Plan. We have also tasked the economic team to conclude the economic transformation plan already discussed and draft necessary administrative and legislative interventions on farmers' support for subsidized farm inputs, including fertilizer, seeds, I'm talking about animal feed and seeds, and a national government-aided agricultural mechanization plan and irrigation program to enhance agricultural output. We've also tasked the economic team to prepare legislative and administrative interventions to provide for a mechanism for guaranteed minimum returns for our farmers in coffee, tea, sugarcane, maize, coconut milk, cotton, wheat, rice, and cashew nut, among other industries. We have also tasked our economic team to also work on a rapid program on how we will deal with stalled projects, ongoing projects, and also to develop a metrics for new projects in various parts of our country. We have also asked and tasked our economic team to work out a framework for equitable resource allocation on a win-win arrangement that will ensure that we capture the allocation of resources based on population, amongst other considerations, and address the current situation. And in that formula, we have done it before. It will be a win-win formula where no county will lose its budgetary allocation, because we believe that nobody should lose for another to gain. We can always structure a win-win arrangement. And we will be able to do this, and let me repeat it again. We will be able to implement this equitable resource allocation without necessarily spending 20, 30 billion shillings to change the constitution. We have innovative and creative ways of ensuring that this can be done within the existing parameters of the law. In any case, the one man, one shilling proposal was actually a hustler nation proposal. And it is going to be dovetailed in our bottom-up economic program that will ensure that we build our economy starting with the majority who are disadvantaged. We have also agreed on the restructuring of our tax system, and we expect our economic team to come up with proposals for interrogation by our executive teams so that we can work on administrative and legislative measures to achieve two fundamental objectives: accelerate effective, efficient, and taxpayer-friendly collection of taxes to at least double our revenue collection while eliminating tax waivers for politically correct enterprises. We are very clear that the same way between 2002 and 2012, we were able to increase our tax revenues fivefold. It is possible for us, working smart, in a friendly environment, we can double our taxes and ensure that we have the resources to retire our debt and to fund our development. The team will also provide a detailed framework on the current status of transport operations, including the SGR, and recommend measures that will reinstate economic activity in the port of Mombasa, Lamu, and auxiliary facilities for the purposes of economic revival of the coast region that has been hurt substantially by the interventions that were carried out without public participation of the people that are now affected by these operations. This team will also work on the National Land Compensation Fund to facilitate the acquisition of land from absentee landlords and other underutilized but available lands to facilitate the settlement of landless Kenyans in the coast and other parts of our country where the problem persists. And to facilitate and fast-track this process, parties that have recently joined the Kenya Kwanza Alliance have recommended the following people to work with our existing economic team, as I have said, led by Professor David Ndii. The Democratic Party have suggested the name of Justus Kariuki, who will join that team. The Service Party, under my brother Mwangi Kiunjuri, has suggested Judy Muhia to join that team. Maendeleo Chap Party have suggested Morris Mudhama to join that team. Tujibebe wa Kenya Party has suggested Ruth Muthoni Mwadhi to join that team. And Pamoja African Alliance have suggested Edward Mwashinga to join the team. And Chama Chakazi have suggested Dr. Joyce Nyamwea to join our economic team. I am very proud that these men and women will bring a lot of value to our already existing economic team as we centralize the place of the economy in our approach to this election and to the transformation of our nation. We also spent many hours discussing how we are going to win this election in round one. We have agreed on the coordination of the Kenya campaign activities around the country, and we've also agreed on modalities of how our candidate will engage in campaign for our candidates without necessarily being bogged down with unhealthy competition. As Kenya Kwanza, we are a coalition of Democrats, we are a coalition of the willing, and we are a coalition of the free. All parties will be allowed to field their candidates. We will, however, as Kenya Kwanza, empower our candidates in every ward, in every constituency, and in every county with scientific information on the performance of each and every candidate. And we will also provide a framework to encourage local agreements amongst the different parties in different electoral areas to negotiate and agree on the best approach to our alliance winning a majority of seats in every level. We will also provide a template on how our candidates will coordinate in every county and in every constituency. And towards this end, we have agreed on the following to provide leadership of our teams in the various regions. Governor Salim Vuria, Governor Amason Kingi, former Governor Issa Timami, and Mama Lydia Haika to take charge of our coast region activities and provide leadership as they involve all the candidates and all the players from all the parties in making sure that our campaign activities are seamless, they are focused, and they are fruitful. We have also agreed that Senator Johnson Muthama, Governor Alfred Mutua, Penina Malonza, Adelina Mwau, and Jonathan Mweke will take charge of our southeastern region activities, again to consolidate our position and to provide overall leadership and ensure that our candidates work with synergy. We've also agreed that our Speaker, Justin Muturi, Mithika Linturi, Beatrice Nkatha, will also involve other leaders in the Mount Kenya East region in providing the necessary leadership in that region. Honorable Alice Wahome, Governor Waiguru, Mwangi Kiunjuri, the party leader of TSP, Governor William Kabogo, Kimani Ichung'wah, and Governor Mutahi Kahiga, together with Patrick Mariro and Faith Ketau, will provide the overall leadership as they work with all the candidates and all our parties in the central Kenya region. And in Rift Valley, our activities will be coordinated by Susan Kihika, Charles Keter, our former CS, Governor Joseph Nanok, Governor Moses Lenonkulal, Peris Tobiko, and Governor Tunai, together with Senator Murkomen and Margaret Wanjala and Immaculate Shamala, will do the same in our Rift Valley region. In Nyanza, we will have Governor Obado, Okoth Obado, Charles Nyachai, Eliud Owalo, Sylvanus Osoro, and Vincent Kemosi to provide leadership in that region. And in Western region, Speaker Kenneth Lusaka, Beatrice Adagala, Benjamin Washali, Ababu Namwamba, and Emmanuel Osore will also provide overall political leadership, working with all the political parties in the Kenya Kwanza fraternity in Western Kenya region. And in Northeastern, Honorable Aden Duale and Ahmed Kolosh, amongst other leaders from Mandera, will also participate in providing overall leadership in that region. And finally, in the Upper Eastern region, Colonel Rasso, Dido Ali, Hassan Tene, and Mama Wario will provide leadership in that region. Again, this is overall leadership, but all political parties, all candidates will form part of the campaign structure as we go towards this election. And finally, we had a candid, extensive, robust discussion on the subject of my running mate, who will be the running mate of the Kenya Kwanza coalition. You are aware that this process is underway, and there is a requirement by the IEBC that names of running mates be submitted by Monday. Many highly qualified Kenyans were considered in this engagement, and after lengthy, exhaustive consultations and deliberations, and having reflected on the task ahead for the Kenya Kwanza family, that engagement was not only a UDA engagement, it was also a Kenya Kwanza engagement. That is why all the political leaders from our coalition are here. I want to thank the many Kenyans, the good leaders who've shown us goodwill. They've given us advice. They've sent us messages. They've sent us WhatsApp messages. They have called us on phone. Many, I know, have prayed about this matter. And many leaders here have made their input. I want to single out the great men and women who were considered in the exercise that has gone on around the running mate issue. And I want to single out very knowledgeable, astute Samson Ndindi Nyoro, who is right here, who the people of Kenya have a lot of liking for, because he is forthright, he is intelligent, and he is passionate about the leadership of our country. I want to tell my young brother Ndindi Nyoro, you have a future ahead of you, and we will work with you. I also want to thank my dear sister, Alice Mudhoni Wahome, who was a formidable candidate. Thank you very much, my dear. And who made it to the shortlist, just like Ndindi Nyoro. I want to say that Alice Wahome is a self-made woman. She has built her stature. She's a two-term member of parliament. She has a track record in the NGO fraternity. And I want to say that she's among the formidable women leaders we have in Kenya Kwanza. Again, she made it to the shortlist. Congratulations, Madam. The future is wide open. I also want to single out my good brother, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Justin Bidan Muturi, who many Kenyans pushed his candidature to the table because of his experience, his stature, and the fact that he has ably guided our National Assembly for now 10 years. And he brings a lot of valuable support, experience, and insights into our team. Again, my brother Justin Muturi, asante sana. Let me also appreciate my sister, the one and only, Mombi Waiguru, Anna, who missed it by a whisker, I must say. And she came with exceptional credentials as a woman leader, with a track record and with experience in the economic sphere. The current governor of Kirinyaga, who also made it to the shortlist. Again, Governor Anne Waiguru, I want to tell you from where I sit, the future belongs to you. It's wide open. Of course, I won't, before I come to our candidate, I want to very sincerely thank my lawyer, my friend, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, who came very far and became the runner-up in this contest. Again, a forthright Kenyan, a Kenyan of great standing, a lawyer par excellence, our former Deputy Speaker of the Senate, and the man who defeated that fellow called Ocampo, the current senator of the Nairobi County, who is not here with us now, but who brought a lot of experience, a lot of passion, and a lot of commitment to this contest. And finally, in the end, the consensus pointed out to an individual who scored excellent points on every evaluative parameter, an astute debater with prodigious persuasive ability, a fantastic grassroots mobilizer, a disciplined and tireless political operative, a successful elected politician and business person, a principled politician of tremendous resilience and resolve, a fearless fighter for the right cause, and an indefatigable champion of the betrayed, persecuted, downtrodden, the despised, and the ignored. A living example of a true hustler who rose from the hardships of the aftermath of our freedom struggle to the pinnacle of professional, business, and political success. We are nominating a running mate, and I have every intention on my first day in office to sign an executive order in accordance with Article 21E of the Kenyan Constitution. Article 21E of the Kenya Kwanza Coalition Agreement that will provide this Kenyan an expanded role, together with what the Constitution gives the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And having myself occupied that office for the last close to 10 years, I believe that that office can serve the people of Kenya better. We can get more output from the office of the Deputy President if it is not cannibalized or vandalized. And I have every intention on my first day in office to sign an executive order that will give clear responsibilities to the Deputy President. The Deputy President under the Kenya Kwanza arrangement will chair cabinet committees. The Deputy President will oversee the implementation of cabinet decisions. The Deputy President will coordinate intergovernmental relations between the national government and the county government, a function I currently undertake. But I will formalize it in the executive order. Coordinate the learning, our Deputy President will coordinate the learning and supervising, the planning, and the supervision of the implementation of development projects funded by development partners and programs under that arrangement. The Deputy President under the Kenya Kwanza Alliance will coordinate constitutional commissions and independent officers in matters that require that intervention of national government, including but not limited to budget and policy frameworks for their operation. And the Deputy President under the Kenya Kwanza Alliance will also perform real duties that will be assigned to him by the President. I say this because it is important that every constitutional office must work for the people of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, that good Kenyan, my friend, whom I have worked with, especially on the economic model that now has famously been referred to the bottom-up economic model. And we started that journey together. He understands people issues. He is passionate about ordinary people. My friend, I present to you the Kenya Kwanza running mate candidate, my brother and friend, Rigathi Gachagua. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And straight up, as I present my brother Rigathi Gachagua, I have agreed with him that him and me will work together with the Kenya Kwanza leadership, represented here by the party leaders and other officials, that we will work intentionally to mentor the younger leaders in our formation, and that we will deliberately provide room for those who are young in our formation to grow as leaders. And my deputy and I have agreed that when our time comes to leave, we will leave and we will mentor other people to make sure we have proper transition. Because we believe that part of the success of any leadership is to mentor the younger ones into better leaders as we go into the future. We undertake that we will do that for the people, the leaders in our Kenya Kwanza formation, alongside the other leaders who are here with us. We have also agreed with the Kenya Kwanza leaders seated here that we are committed to ensuring that the issue of gender, which has dogged our country since we started the implementation of the new constitution, that we will take the bull by the horns and ensure that within 1 year of our administration, the issue of gender will be sorted out, and the leadership at all levels will respect the constitutional required threshold. And in our administration, I have agreed with all the leaders here that we will start on day one with our administration, that of the 21 ministers that we will appoint, 10 will be women. And we will ensure that all other appointive positions will respect the 2/3 gender rule as we work on ensuring that even the elective, we have the mechanism to ensure that we mainstream leadership of women, youth, and people living with disability as part of our agenda of not just inclusive economic growth, but also inclusive governance. We believe that there is a wealth of experience and knowledge that can be brought on board by inclusion of all sectors of our society. I want to leave that matter there and request my good friend, the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, to make Karibu and congratulations.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Today, I'll read a statement. In fact, I have a small speech to our presidential candidate, and indeed the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, I say it before you and country, I'm honored by the responsibility and faith you have bestowed on me, you have bestowed upon me to be running with for the most defining election in Kenya's history. It is a responsibility I take pride in, knowing too well the elevation and esteem that my nomination occasions, but most importantly, one that also humbles me, that you put your trust in me, together with our colleagues, to deliver Kenyans from economic oppression. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, party leaders present, governors, members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the greatest days of my life. And with humility, I'd like to thank Almighty God for the gift of life, good health, and the favor He has shown me. Many of us in this alliance know that without God, we would not be where we are today. We have seen challenges turn into opportunities before us. Hurdles we did not think we could surmount at the time have disappeared behind us, and I do not take it for granted. God has been gracious, and we give Him all the glory. I know there are many in our alliance who are qualified for this position, and any one of them would have been up to the task. Your Excellency, our Deputy President, the trust and confidence you have shown in me is a privilege, and I'll do my very best to live up to those expectations. Thank you, Your Excellency. I will not let you down. I will not let the Hustler Nation down. I will not let the people of Kenya down. In this journey, one needs a mentor like the one you have been to us. One needs colleagues and friends like the ones with me here today and elsewhere. And most importantly, one needs family that provides a pillar that equipped us with the right tools. Indeed, from the grass-thatched house, I stand here today with more than 30 years of public experience. I have been to and worked in every part of Kenya and understand the challenges that face our people in this beautiful country. More importantly, I am confident that a determined government working with all its citizens can overcome and override the obstacles that hold Kenya back. Today, many Kenyans wake up early and sleep late, but they rarely benefit from the work of their hands or the sweat of their brow. The tools to bridge that gap are lacking. This is the plight of the Hustler Nation. Today, the ambitions of many Kenyans are frustrated and cut short owing to the criminalization of enterprise. We must free the work environment and enterprises, big or small, from harassment, seizure of goods, and prohibitive fees. I cannot wait to work with you, Your Excellency, on the guaranteed minimum return for our farmers. Tea, milk, coffee, miraa, rice, maize, cotton, cashew nuts, among other horticultural produces. Others must now become the chicken that lay the golden eggs. Your Excellency, under your leadership, I believe we can take this country to the next level. Your story has been an inspiration to hustlers and all of us all over Kenya, and I'm no exception. With the team you have assembled, I believe we have what it takes to realize the dreams of the Hustler Nation, and it will be a great honor for me to play my part, and that I will. God bless Kenya.
Congratulations, my friend. Okay, Susanna. Thank you very much. Gachagua, let me now begin your first assignment as my running mate, because you will be a very busy person. Your first assignment, my good friend, that we have agreed with the leaders here, is that you and my good brother Moses Kuria, who is an economist by excellence, this good man, will now offer the political leadership to our economic team. I am looking forward to you and the economic team delivering on the agenda that the robust agenda that we have assigned to the economic team. I'm looking forward to you providing, because you have walked with me on this journey. You know what we need to do. You have the understanding and the knowledge on what we need to do about access to credit for ordinary citizens. You know what we need to do about universal health coverage. We expect you and the economic team now to provide for us a context of how in 45 days we will have all the economic charters for all the counties, and those counties that have not that we have not finalized, that we will have a program so that we can conclude on our economic charters. So, my good friend Rigathi Gachagua, the team here of party leaders and I expect you to hit the ground running so that Kenya Kwanza can be ready to govern day one when we get into office. So again, by the grace of God, we know that together we will journey as a team and by God's grace get to the destination that we all want. Let me now ask the other leaders who are here to make some statements. I will start with our brother, elder brother, Musalia Mudavadi, to make some comments. Please, my brother.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto, and our presidential candidate for the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. At the very outset, let me take this opportunity to congratulate Rigathi Gachagua, who will now deputize William Samoei Ruto in our quest to take over the leadership of this country on the 9th of August, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a momentous day, and indeed yesterday millions of Kenyans were held on tenterhooks. Their nerves were racking, but now we have reached that point where collectively we own a decision, we own a process, and we shall now rally behind the Kenya Kwanza presidential candidate and the entire alliance with Rigathi Gachagua as the running mate. I just want to emphasize that there's an African proverb, and I'm sure some of you have it in your various dialects, which says that one must be very careful so that the pot of water does not break at the doorstep. We have come a long way as a people. William Samoei Ruto and his team have come a long way. Many Kenyans in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance have come a long way. And what is being unveiled here is a culmination of a process of consultations, of deliberations, so that the pot does not break at the doorstep. I think there are so many people, especially on the opposite side, who are praying that we can make a mistake, who are praying that we can have some serious division in the process of reaching where we have reached. But I thank God, and we thank all the people who participated, that your patient resilience has paid off. And if they were waiting for that pot to break, I'm sorry, it has not happened. We intend to move ahead. We intend to win. In any case, we have no other option. We have to win. We have to stand for the people of Kenya. And as Rigathi has said, and as the Deputy President has said, there are very serious candidates. He has named them here. At a personal level, I want to also acknowledge them for having participated in this process, for having been put forward. And at the end of the day, we are one team. We shall win. Because what is bigger is that the people of Kenya must be freed from the economic hardships. The cost of living is painful. Only last night, the cost of fuel went up again by 5 shillings and 50 cents a litre. The spiral effect, the multiplier effect of this is extremely painful to a lot of Kenyans. We must deal with the public debt. We must deal with corruption. We are seeing very clearly that some of our international partners, the IMF, the Global Fund, are raising concerns, legitimate concerns, that resources that were allocated to this country to ensure that our people are healthy have been misappropriated, and audits that were promised to be done and culprits be brought to book are still walking large as if nothing has happened. So clearly, as Kenyans, we have a critical task ahead of us. We must pull together. We want the IBC to do its job, and we want Kenyans to also do their job. This is not a moment to say that we are leaving it purely to the leadership. We are in it together as a people, and our opportunity to turn things around, to change things for the better, is on the 9th of August, 2022, with William Samoei Ruto carrying our flag, and we shall all rally behind. God bless Kenya, God bless Kenya Kwanza, and God bless all those individual voters throughout this republic who know what they must do and who will do what they must do. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother Musalia Mudavadi. Let me now ask our speaker, who was also in this race, Justin Bidan Muturi.
Thank you, President, and all leaders here present, members of Parliament, and fellow Kenyans. Today, it's obviously, as has been said by the Honorable Gachagua, a momentous day at which we have seen the successful conclusion of an extremely robust and intense consultation that I believe leaves no bitter grapes in anybody's mouth. Everyone satisfied that they had a chance. I want to confirm that as one of those fronted by both my party and other Kenyans, I am satisfied with the results of that process and congratulate my brother Rigathi Gachagua with whom I share some history. He served as a personal assistant to the current president when we, together with the deputy president, when we were doing some other things, but ended in the opposition. But my happiness today is about the democratic nature of the process that has gone into these results. The many hours that many leaders have spent, the messages of encouragement that have come from across the breadth and width of our country have all borne fruit. And I really must thank all those that have participated. And now that the part is over, we must, as we've been told by the Deputy President and our presidential candidate, the Honorable William Ruto, that it's now time for us to roll our sleeves in our various parts and go and ensure that the message of this alliance, the economic revival message, the message of hope that is embodied by this alliance, becomes the clarion call of every Kenyan in every corner of the country. I therefore wish to say that, Your Excellency, we will work with you and the Honorable Gachagua and all these other leaders. It is not in vain that we spent those hours. And that going forward, those of us now, the Honorable Duale is here, knows that we have very few days and we must now go to the villages, come every hamlet to ensure victory come August 9th, 2022. Thank you very much. God bless Kenya.
The party leader of Ford Kenya, our good brother, Senator Moses Wetangula, to make some remarks.
Your Excellency, Deputy President, and now our merited candidate for the leadership of our country. Let me start by congratulating my good friend and brother, Rigathi Gachagua, for being given the role of running mate and now being our presumptive Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya come 9th August this year. In doing so, I want to urge fellow Kenyans, as people of faith, as people of hope, that now we begin the illustrious journey on our last lap to start the reconstruction of our country's economy, the restoration of our people's aspirations and hope, and above all, the restoration of Kenya's position as a team leader in this region. Among the many things that our government of Kenya Kwanza will pay attention to is the role of Kenya as a beacon of hope and peace and the giant of the East African region, the Horn of Africa, and the Great Lakes region. We are a country that has been punching below our weight in this regard, and I want to urge our leader, our incoming president, and all of us here assembled and Kenyans of goodwill that our future economic growth will, among other things, depend on how we engage our regional trading partners of Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Somalia, DR Congo, Ethiopia, and that many of us who have a historical traction in this regard will put in our role to make sure that it turns into a benefit to our economy. This country has many challenges, but all these challenges will be met by men and women of greater vigor, determination, and focus to ensure that our country and people of our country who have been toiling and moiling in the heat and the cold of our various weather patterns in the country will finally take the benefits of their sweat. From the cane farmer in the west and the coast, the coffee farmer in many parts of the country, the tea farmer, the rice farmer, every farmer in this country is hurting because of the cost of inputs, the inferiority of seeds, and above all, the minimal, if anything, to talk about returns from their sweat. When the president in waiting talks of GMR, guaranteed minimum returns, it automatically puts a smile on the face of every farmer who will now be going into the activities literally in what they call in other jurisdictions contractual farming. And we know it is farming that employs the bulk of our workforce in this country. I want to urge that all of us, from the young hustlers on the streets of every market and town in Kenya, to those in high offices, the clarion call is one, that the pain and suffering Kenyans are going through is not limited to those who are paining. It must touch the hearts of even those who are not in the line of the pain. Because our country, with our huge and ever-growing population, listed by the UNDP as a country with one of the best well-educated human resources, can be able to do a lot better than we do, and this will come from a focused, determined, pro-people administration that will not be focused on grandiose programs and projects, but will be focused on how to lift the ordinary person, the mama mboga in the villages, who every day wakes up with a nightmare on whether their children will have food on the table, whether their children will be in school, and whether the little possessions they have will fall in the hands of the hammer of the auctioneer because of petty borrowing. We are going to put everything in place to make every Kenyan's life worth their while, and we urge all Kenyans that there is no alternative to Kenya Kwanza. Our worthwhile competitors are focused on grandiose of consumption. We are focused on production before consumption. And that is how to grow a country. And growing the country we will. We pray that from Vanga to Kibish, from Lamu to Malaba, every Kenyan on the tip of Mount Kenya and Mount Elgon thinks positively and sees William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and all of us here assembled as the safest pair of hands to carry our country forward. We have tried the alternative, and we can only sum it up in the words of one writer who called it the lunatic unthinkable. We now must focus on the possibilities of the Kenya people being what they must be. May God bless Kenya. May God bless our captain and his deputy. And may all of us constantly know that we must ask ourselves what we are putting in and not what we are taking out of this journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Moses Wetangula, famously known as Papa Waroma. Let me ask our sister Anne Mombe Waiguru, who was also a formidable contestant, to make her remarks. Karibu.
She will be followed by my brother, Alvin Tua, and then my elder brother, William Kawa.
Thank you, Your Excellency. First of all, I'd like to start by thanking the Almighty God for bringing us thus far. It was a very hectic couple of days, and in those days, I'm sure everybody knows it wasn't easy. We thank very much our party leader for his patience, his endurance in leading us in this process. I want to thank the people of Kenya and our coalition for giving me the opportunity to be considered. I consider it a very great honor. As you have heard, I missed it by a whisker. And I am very confident in the choice that we have made. I want to start by passing my personal congratulatory message to our running mate, Rigathi Gachagua. I want to let you know that you have my over 150% support. I will stand with you. I will support you, and together with the party leader and the Kenya Kwanza coalition, work on mobilizing not just Mount Kenya but the rest of the country to make sure that we bring the presidency home. That is the most important thing. We also have to thank this team for having given us certain considerations. I will not speak for long because I know the sun is hot. One of the key considerations that we have gotten, despite not getting the woman as a running mate, we have secured 50% of cabinet to be women. And that is a big, big plus. And we thank you, Your Excellency, for that consideration. We have also secured very many things. There have been very many agreements that have been discussed here. The GMR is key. But I also want to mention about the economic model that we have, bottom up, the increase of resources to the counties to ensure that development is spurred from the bottom, and also the allocation of the one. Asanteni sana.
This morning, it is maendeleo chap chap na wanawake. So it's also maendeleo wanawake the same.
I'm so happy about the inclusion of women in government, because our mothers hold this country together. Our women are the most hardworking people in this country, and they do very well. I've been very outspoken about the right and positions given to our loved ones, our mothers and our sisters and our daughters. Mimi yangu nitaichapa chap chap. Your Excellency, our party leader and the next incoming President of the Republic of Kenya, our future Deputy President, Rigathi, and I want to recognize also the spouses, Madam Ruto, Her Excellency, Madam Gachagua, and congratulations. I first saw or heard Gachagua at